Hey my glam girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea, where we talk about all things glam and all things girly. I'm a beauty enthusiast that loves to talk about everything dealing with beauty and makeup, and today, I'm so excited. Okay, so I have definitely just completely and utterly immersed myself in the world of fragrance. And I don't know how I got here, but very quickly I have become so interested with all things fragrances, and more specifically niche fragrances, or as some people like to call it, non-mainstream fragrances. So I am sharing with you all my fragrance haul. I actually have more fragrances coming in the mail. It is a literal addiction at this point, like literal addiction. I literally have more interest in fragrance now than I do makeup, just in this moment right now. So I have to share it with you all. I hope that you enjoy this video, because I know I don't typically do videos like this, and I'm not converting myself into a fragrance channel, but you will be seeing more of fragrances from me. So stay tuned for all of that. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I truly do appreciate it, and let's get right into this video. So first, let me give you a little background as to why I feel like I've come into this new world. Number one, it's very new to me. If you know me, I don't talk too much about fragrances, and when I do, I'm not someone that's like, let me smell this, and I'm not sitting here describing all of the notes and just a sniff of the fragrance, right? I've always liked fragrance, but just have never been completely inundated with them. And as of recently, I just have been trying to find ways to show myself self-love every day. Every day I need to do something for myself, even if it's just a minute thing, because I've realized, especially in this time that we've been in, that when I take care of myself, it really just works out better for myself, works out better for my family. I feel just a bit more whole, And so each day I've been looking for ways to give back to myself, just pour a little bit back into myself, not a lot, just a little. And fragrance does it for me. I can put on a fragrance and immediately my mood is lifted. And if I put a little fragrance on before I go to sleep, it's calming and relaxing. So I think starting to associate fragrance with a bit of this is a way that I give to myself each day, that has quickly had me go, ooh, I like this. I'm enjoying these journeys that I'm going on. And so now I want to know everything about fragrances. I am literally going back to the basics of how to identify notes. What are these different categories? My Google searches, my YouTube searches are so fragrance based that now my homepage shows just everything fragrance, and I'm so here for it. I found a shop here locally where I can go and just smell pure one-off scents so that I can learn to identify scents. And based on some of the videos that I've watched, one of the best ways to start learning to recognize scents is just to smell everything. So I think that's just where we're at. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's dive in. So you guys know I love Dossier. I have worked with them before, and every time they reach out to me and ask me if I want to work with them again, I'm like, yes, I do, because I love your scents. So thank you so much to Dossier for working with me again. They sent me over a couple of scents that I want to share with you very quickly. And I also want to share with you a new incentive program that they have. So number one, if you don't know anything about Dossier, Dossier is a brand that makes inspired scents. And they make these amazing, great quality scents for a fraction of the cost of the scents that they are inspired by. And I don't know how they do it, but they come so close to replicating the scent. It is spot on. But a lot of times, I have now, I have 10 Dossier fragrances, I think 10 or 12. And I kid you not, every fragrance that I have, where I have the original fragrance and then I have the Dossier version, I kid you not, I like the Dossier version better because it lasts longer and it's just a bit more intense. Not to the point where it's smothering or anything like that. It's just a little more, it has a little more intensity, and I love it. So the first one that I have is gonna be inspired by Chanel Chance Tendre. And I have that one. Oh, here we go. So here's the original version And then the Dossier version is called Floral Grapefruit. So the notes are, the top notes are grapefruit, pear, black currant. Middle notes are going to be hyacinth, jasmine, and lilac. Base notes are going to be orris, musk, and amberwood. And this definitely smells like Chance. Definitely smells like the original one. And I've been buying this original one for years now, and it's still one of my favorites. So I was so happy to try this one, and very happy to tell you, yes, this one definitely smells very much, if not identical to the original one. So something that is new to Dossier that I want to share with you all really quickly is that they have like a new payment method. So if you go to checkout and purchase their fragrances, you can select catch at the last step of your checkout, and you'll earn a $10 bonus credit. So they're essentially like giving you a credit back for purchasing fragrances. And so you can store up these credits so that you can use them to get basically a fragrance for free, or you can just use your $10 toward the next one. But I think that's awesome. I love great incentive programs, because if I'm gonna shop with a brand that I like, typically I'm gonna spend a lot of money with them. It's always good to kind of get some of that money back and use it towards something else. So really have been enjoying Chance. But let me tell you, the fragrance that has stolen my heart, that like I cannot put down, you guys. When I say I can't put it down, I'm wearing it right now. I know y'all can't smell me, but let me tell you. Floral Rose by Dossier is inspired by Le Labo Rose 31. 31? Yes, it is. Now, I have not smelled Le Labo's version, but I read the description. I was like, I think I might like this. And when I put this on, I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, let me read you the notes. Okay, top notes, rose, centifolia, and cumin. Middle notes, vetiver, incense, cedarwood. And then base notes, musk, cistus, and amber. So this is called Floral Rose. This is what the packaging looks like. If you've never seen any of their scents, they have a magnetic closure, and I love that. So let me tell you guys, I like to describe this as a modern day rose scent with a spicy and a seductive twist, like a seductive, darker twist. When I put this on, I'm gonna put this on again. I know y'all can't smell me, but oh well. Y'all gonna imagine it with me. The way that this smells, it's like, oh, it's so captivating. And you know, initially I would have told you I'm not a rose scent person, and I've come to realize that I do love roses. It's just a variation of rose that I don't like. I do not like the scent of rose that smells like it's a little old. I also don't like the scent of rose that legit smells like I'm smelling a rose. Like that's just a little too, it's a little too, not, I don't want to say too much, but it doesn't do anything. I want a rose with a twist. And I feel like this is what this fragrance does. I can't get enough of this. And if you get it from Dossier, it's a fraction of the price. So I highly encourage you to check out any of the fragrances by Dossier. Like I said, I have about 10 or 12 of them. I love them. I do have a discount code with them, so I will link that down below. But you guys, when I say I cannot get enough of this Floral Rose, I cannot get enough. Now, another brand that I am like utterly obsessed with, okay? I almost decided to do a dedicated video on just the brand, but I was like, I'm not there yet. Byredo. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here we go. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fragrances by Byredo. I told y'all the obsession is real. All different sizes, so I didn't get like full sizes of all 8, but here we go. So the first one that I want to talk about is one scent that I was pairing with Dossier's Floral Rose, the one that is inspired by Le Labo's Rose. Whenever you place an order through Byredo, they'll give you 2 sample sizes. So I got a sample of Young Rose. And so Young Rose, I really enjoy. I just ran out of Young Rose today, and I'm debating on if I want to buy the full size. And here's where I'm at. With Young Rose, I love putting Young Rose on first, like get out the shower, put Young Rose on, like almost even before my body fully dries, because this is such a beautiful skin scent. Like you put it on, you smell it for a little bit, and it really does mesh into your skin to where you're not necessarily gonna smell it unless you're like right up on your skin, right? So I would like to put Young Rose on first, let that set in while I'm like brushing my teeth, putting my clothes on, and then by the time I go to sit down and put on my makeup, when I'm done putting my makeup on, I love to top it with Floral Rose. The two together are like a match made in heaven. So I want to get the full size of Young Rose. However, by itself, Young Rose gives me about a good maybe 3, maybe 4 hours. And so I'm just like, do I need Young Rose in a full size if I love Floral Rose and Floral Rose gives me like what I want from it? But I love the two paired together. So let me read you the notes of Young Rose. So the top notes are ambrette seeds and Sichuan pepper. The heart notes are orris and Damashna rose. I hope I'm saying that right. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Forgive me. And then the base notes are musk and ambroxan. So definitely different notes between the two fragrances. I feel like I'm gonna get Young Rose because I really enjoy the scent. Like I said, if you love a really good skin scent, you will enjoy Young Rose. And Young Rose, very similarly to the Floral Rose that I was telling you about, is a very modern, unique twist of a rose. It's definitely not like what I would consider like an old rose. It has a lighter scent than Floral Rose does, so it doesn't come with as much intensity. But once again, it's one of those scents, it's a really good skin scent. Young Rose is definitely great for like work. I'm on a plane and I want to put on a fragrance, but I don't want to bother the person next to me. So I think eventually I will purchase Young Rose because I really, really enjoyed it. Okay, next we have one that is so popular to the brand. So I wanted to try that one and a couple of others. So what I did was I purchased the selection kit from Byredo. So in the selection kit, you get 3 travel sizes of their scents. And I really enjoy these because these are good sizes. Like, you're not gonna run through these as quickly as obviously, you know, the size here. And you get to try the fragrance and try a few of them. So this kit was $125, I believe, which I thought was a really good kit. And each one of these vials is 12 milliliters or 0.4 fluid ounces of product. So Baldur Freak, I was like, I have to try this. I did a lot of research on Byredo's fragrances. Where should I start? You know, which one do I think I would like? And everyone was like, Baldur Freak, Baldur Freak, you have to try it. It has a great story. So just to read you a little bit about it, the creator of the brand made this fragrance inspired by his father. So he said, my father lived and traveled in Africa for about 10 to 15 years. And he would read his diaries. The way that his father traveled on freight ships, met all kinds of different people and things like that, it really inspired the creator of Byredo. So the creator of the brand said, for me, this was the fantasy of arriving in Africa through somebody else's words. Baldur Freak reflects that. It's an imaginary journey as well as a complete celebration of how I see African culture and its influence. And I was like, I have to try this. So to give you all some notes, because, you know, I will say Byredo's fragrances are ones that they are so unique. And y'all, I know I have not tried all the fragrances. And so I will be asking you all for recommendations. So definitely leave them in the comment section. But I would definitely agree. I've never smelled like combinations of fragrances. And I will say that some of these fragrances that I'm talking about really take you on a journey. Like, these are not all linear fragrances. They really are just, they're beautiful. So the notes for Baldur Freak, we have for the top notes, African marigold, bergamot, and uchu. Then we have for heart, cyclamen and violet. And then for the base, we have Moroccan cedarwood and vetiver. And let me tell you, Baldur Freak, if I had to tell you what the notes were off of what it smelled like to me, it smells very fresh, and it smells like a very fresh and awakening soap. Like, I'm jumping in the shower and I reach for the soap that's gonna wake me up, that's gonna make me feel very fresh. I will admit, out of all of the Byredo fragrances that I have, this is not my favorite. It's not my most favorite. I'll share with you all what those are, but it's so unique. So I feel like I'm a little immature in my scent journey to almost appreciate this. Because every time I smell it, I'm like, what is it? What is it? What is it? So I'm so glad to have it. And I definitely would agree. This is by far one of the most unique scents that I have ever smelled. Like, ever smelled. I definitely, I don't know if I'll purchase a full size, but I feel like I will because of the uniqueness of this scent. And I also feel like with Baldur Freak, it definitely can be an everyday wear. It can be a scent that you decide to wear during the day, but you could also wear it during the night because it has such like a mysteriousness to it. And from what I've heard from other people who are more like Byredo experts, they say that this is a really great and safe blind buy. And I would have to agree to them. Like, although it's not one of my favorite scents from the brand, it is definitely a scent that I'm like, yeah. Like, I have worn this a few times and I'm just like, okay, yes. And every time I wear it, I do appreciate it more and more. So I'm like, I have to mature myself in my scent journey because I feel like it's like, there's gonna be a time and a place that I wear this and I'm gonna go, yes, like this is allowing me to experience the fullness of this fragrance. So I know I'm not explaining that well. If you get what I'm saying, excellent. If you don't, I'm so sorry. But Baldur Freak, like I said, is one of the most unique scents that I've ever smelled. And I'm like, I need more, okay? So then we get into, I think you pronounce it La Tulipe. So this was the second one that I got. Same thing, looked at the notes and I was like, this seems like something I would like. So the notes of this fragrance, top notes are going to be cyclamen, freesia, and rhubarb, heart, tulip, and then base, blonde woods, and vetiver. And this is so warm. So like with this scent, I like to put this on after I take a shower in the evening, like right before I get into bed. It smells very like enveloping, and I would definitely say this is more of like what I would consider like an evening type of scent that is not too heavy. So if you're someone who doesn't like very like heavy, deep, dark, spicy scents, but you still want something quite warm and like not so like springy and daylight, I think this one is perfect for that person. I would wear this during the day, and I have, but for me and the way that I translate the scent, I'm like, this is more of like evening appropriate. And when I put this on before I go to bed, I'm just like, it just helps me. Like, I'm not gonna say it helps me to go to sleep, but it's very, like I said, it's very enveloping. So it almost feels like it's wrapping its arms around me, and I just feel so like nuzzled and good. That one, that will be a full purchase, a full size purchase when I run out. Then I have with me Velvet Haze. Now, Velvet Haze was actually one of the first scents from Byredo I was very interested in. Like, I kept hearing like all of, you know, the videos I was watching. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, Velvet Haze, Velvet Haze. And I was like, I need this. So what I did was, because, you know, I don't have all the money in the world. Maybe one day I will, but right now I don't. So I decided to purchase a travel size of the fragrance, and I found a shop, a very credible shop on Etsy, that I've actually purchased a few fragrances from. All of them are authentic, and so I will leave the Etsy shop below. So I purchased this size. This is the 10 millimeter size, and I think I paid about between $25 and $33 for it. Top notes, ambrette, coconut water. That's where I said, you got me. Anything with coconut in it, and I'm like, yes, I need it. Hard notes, patchouli leaves. Base notes, coconut musk, cocoa absolute, and wild musk. And when I first got this, I was like, whoa, Sally. I was not prepared for this. I was not prepared for this. This is very musky. This is actually a very standardized unisex scent that for me, I think leans a little more masculine, but not too masculine for me. Like I don't want to, I can't do very masculine scents. I do like unisex scents, and I do like musk scents, but I was taken aback. At first I was like, I don't like it. But then I put it on me because I was like, you know, sometimes when you put it on yourself, like your body chemistry mixes with the scent and you're like, oh, this is nice. And this took me on a full day journey. Velvet Haze did last actually very well on my skin. I forgot to tell you the longevity of the other ones, so I'll go back to them. Velvet Haze, I would say, gave me a good 6 hours, maybe longer, because that thing, I kept smelling it. And I would say Velvet Haze is definitely not a linear scent. Like, I smelled the top notes, and then I transitioned into the heart, and then I transitioned into the base notes. And I was like, ooh, this is what they talk about when they say, like, a scent takes you on a journey. And if I'm being dead honest, like, just like Baldur Freak, Velvet Haze, I'm like, I gotta mature a little bit more for you. Which, you know, if you don't know, your scent preferences and the way that you smell scents and prefer scents, they do change every, I think it's 6 to 9 months. So I'm very interested to try to continue to wear this, but see how I feel about this scent, like, around my birthday. That's in September. So I'm like, that's definitely about 6 months from now. I wonder if, like, I will have more of, like, an attraction to it. I'm definitely still gonna wear it, but Velvet Haze, I was not expecting it to be this deep. This is a deep, dark, sultry scent. Like, I remember watching a creator talk about it, and she's like, this is your date night scent that, like, your date's gonna be, like, all up and through you. And I'm gonna agree to that one. Cause this one is, I mean, this is not daytime appropriate. This is, you don't need to wear this around your kids. This is between you and your person, okay? You and your person. It's Velvet Haze is such a good word for it, because if velvet had a scent, I would feel like that smells like velvet. And then the haze that you're in, like, it is definitely an all-encompassing scent. You do not need a lot of sprays because it has a very strong intensity with it. So yes, Velvet Haze, I was like, I was not ready for you, but I'm gonna get ready, okay? I'm gonna get ready. Okay, the other scent that I bought from the shop from Etsy that I was telling you about is Sundays. So Sundays, I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna like Sundays. It has, everyone described this scent as a happy scent and a very spring and summer appropriate scent because of the burst of citrus. And with me, citrus scents, I could take them, I could leave them. It just depends. A lot of times though, I leave them. How to the ever. Sundays is, everyone described this scent so perfectly. It is a burst of happiness and sunshine. I picked this gold shade because I was like, Sundays, if it's what everyone says, like, I will quickly be able to identify that it's Sundays, and this is like the perfect shade. Like, if Sundays had a color, this would be the color of Sundays. So top notes are lemon and mandarin. Heart notes are neroli and jasmine sambac. And then base notes are musk. And the cotton candy was what had me like, am I gonna like that? Because I don't really like sweet scents, like overly sweet candy scents. I can't do them, they give me a headache. This one, the cotton candy, is definitely one that you will identify, especially after it has settled on the skin for a few hours, but it's not like kitty cotton candy, if that makes sense. I still feel like a mature adult when I wear this, but it is like I cannot wait to wear this scent outside in the heat. Oh, I feel like being outside in the heat and having Sundays on, I am going to fully just like appreciate this scent even more, because when I've worn it, I mean, I've worn it now, but I mean, I'm not outside in the sun. It's still kind of cold outside where I'm at, so I'm wearing it indoors, but I cannot wait to be outside and let like the fresh air hit me, and then Sundays is like just all around me. Oh, this is definitely one I'm getting full size. I mean, for the most part, I'm gonna buy all of these full sizes that I don't have full sizes yet. Maybe not right away, but most definitely. Now to my top favorites. Okay, Mojave Ghost. So Mojave Ghost I have in a travel size, and this one I actually was very pleasantly surprised that I enjoyed as much as I do, because based on the description, I was like, I don't really know, but I'll give it a try. So top notes, ambrette, heart, magnolia, sandalwood, and violet, and then base notes, cedarwood, chantilly musk, and crisp amber. This one is so refreshing. This is definitely like a jump out the shower, spray this on yourself, and you feel like top of the morning chat. Like, so awakened, so refreshed. But also what I love about it is that it has like, let me spray this, because this is also, I would say, somewhat of a skin scent, but it's not a true skin scent because it does have some type, it does have, is it sillage that I'm trying to say? It has a little bit of sillage. Yes, and it's so great for the day. Like, this could be your signature scent depending on what you like. But it's still not overpowering. Like, I would wear this on an airplane and not feel like I'm smothering the person next to me because this is just too intense and too strong. I would say for length of wear, longevity of the scent, I would say a good 5 hours you will get from this one. Maybe longer depending on your body's chemistry. And also, I have learned and heard with Byredo, if you want the scents to last longer, you can do a couple of things. You can either layer the scent. So if you buy like the hair mist, the fragrance, they have body lotions, you know, of course that'll help the scent to last longer. Or if you decide to spray it on the skin and spray it on your clothes, you can get longer wear from their scents. So I've started to do that, especially with some of these at the sillage. I think that's the right term. I'm still learning. Correct me in the comments if I'm saying it wrong. No, sillage is intensity. So especially if the longevity of wear is not that long, I will spray it on my clothes if I really want the scent to last longer. Mojave Ghost is stunning. It's so beautiful. Like I said, beautiful daytime scent. But my #1 favorite so far from Byredo is Gypsy Water. Hence the full size. So Gypsy Water, all of these have been blind buys. I have not had the opportunity to smell any of these fragrances in person. I don't have a counter near me, but I knew I would enjoy Gypsy Water based on the description of it. And I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go for it. We're gonna get this full size and we're gonna like it. And thank God I do. So the top notes are bergamot, juniper berries, lemon, and pepper. Heart notes are gonna be incense, orris, and pine needle. And base notes are gonna be amber, sandalwood, and vanilla. Y'all, Gypsy Water is so good. Gypsy Water is a safe blind buy like Baldur Freak, but I think Gypsy Water is so lovable because it is a little more identifiable, and in a good way, not as unique as Baldur Freak or some of these other scents that I've talked about. So if you were looking for a fragrance to gift to someone and you're like, I really want to buy them like a beautiful fragrance that maybe not everyone has, but I also don't really know what they like, but I want to get them something that they could like, I think Gypsy Water is that scent. It's so good. It's so refreshing. It's another refreshing type of scent, straight out the shower, put it on, and like you just smell so awake. And it's not too heavy. It's very much like Mojave Ghost and Gypsy Water are so similar in their characteristics in terms of them being like light, refreshing scents, not overbearing. Longevity is pretty good. Like I said, both of them, I think we get a good 5 hours of wear with them. If you have both, if you have not mixed them, do yourself a favor and mix them. I love to wear them now mixed together because they just complement each other so much. And I love this one. This is my favorite Byredo scent. If I had to put a second, Mojave Ghost, and third, based off of what I've been wearing, it's between Young Rose and Sundays. Those are my top 3. Young Rose I think might be slightly ahead of Sundays, but those have been the ones that I've been wearing like the most since I've had these, followed by Baldur Freak and Velvet, Haze, and La Tulipe. Yes. So that's why earlier I said I might just make this a whole video dedicated to Byredo. But you know what? It is what it is. And this video is going to be long, so if you have not gotten yourself a snack, go ahead and get yourself a snack. Get yourself a drink, because we're not done yet. Okay, so that's it for Byredo. Then I was watching, I forgot who the YouTuber was, but I was introduced to Olfactory NYC. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 scents in their house. And these are the scents. So I got the sampler pack because I wanted to try all of them. Because the great thing about Olfactory NYC, first of all, let me show you the packaging. I do bad with that. So here's the packaging. And when you purchase the sampler pack, you get a $20 code, a $20 off code that you can use to purchase your Tinker Box. So what you do is you buy this, the Discovery set, and you smell the fragrances, figure out which one you like the best. Then you go on their website and you say, I want, like, let's say I said, I love the scent Taylor. That's one of their scents. I love the scent Taylor. So then you go to the next step, which is their Tinker Box. You get Taylor, and they send you, like, I think it's 3 to 5 variations of Taylor, almost like 3 to 5 flankers of Taylor. And then you choose which one you love the best, and then you actually purchase like the normal size of that particular fragrance and the variation that you like the best, and they will personalize it and put your name on it. How about it? And this brand, this house is in New York, so you can go to New York and actually do the whole process there if you want to, which I am going to visit because why not? And you can actually see them go through the process of doing it there. So because this video is already long, I'm not going to smell all of these, but I really want to share all of them. So I don't know, maybe if you're interested, I can do a dedicated video to this particular brand, so we can go through each one of the scents, and then I can smell them and then you know, tell you their scents. You all leave that down in the comment section. If you're not interested in it, that's totally fine. Just don't leave a comment, and I won't do a dedicated video. But I will update you on what I like, what I don't like, because, you know, I have to now because I'm so excited about this. But I was like, yes, yes, yes. So I have that. And then I purchased some affordable fragrances from Target. So did I talk to you all about this one from Good Chemistry? Did I talk about this one? I feel like I did. But this is a brand from Target, or found at Target. Good Chemistry. I absolutely love the shape of the bottles because they look like chemistry flasks. Hint, hint, Good Chemistry. So the scent that I picked is Cocoa Blush. Oh, this smells so good. So this particular fragrance is only $26.99 at Target, and this is 1.69 fluid ounces or 50 milliliters of product. It says this is the most concentrated formulation and spray application. It's best for those wanting to announce their presence through fragrance. It's designed with notes of watery tropical fruits and fresh cracked coconut. And it delivers a summer state of mind. And this product is cruelty-free. It's also a clean brand at Target, and it's vegan. And it says on the box is that it's packed with naturally derived ingredients that pair with a non-GMO, gluten-free alcohol base to heighten the senses. And y'all, this fragrance, be it under $30, this has such good longevity on the skin, and it has excellent lasting power. Sillage. I think I'm saying that right. Like the intensity of the scent lasts all throughout the day, as well as it lasting all throughout the day. I would say that this scent gives me a good solid like 7-8 hours worth of wear, and even after that, I can still like smell it on my skin if I, you know, raise my wrist to my nose. So I'm so shocked. They have about 5 different scents based on what you might like. Cocoa Blush was my favorite. Then there's another brand at Target called Solely Notes. So like I told you all, I'm on a quest to really learn how to identify scents and smell them. So like, I just want to smell everything. And so when I saw Solely Notes, I was like, well, what is this? So it says that each one of their fragrances is designed around a key note, and then it's going to be created with passion to deliver a unique scent. So I purchased 2. These are $20. And you get a total of 50 milliliters of product or 1.7 fluid ounces. So I picked up the scent, the Blanc. The top note is bergamot and cardamom. The heart notes are sage and white tea. And then the base notes are osmanthus and white musk. And this smells exactly like I thought it would smell. Very fresh and like a white scent. So very, very much like straight out the shower type of scent. It has pretty decent lasting power. I would say this has, I can get a good maybe 4 hours of wear out of this. This is very much a skin scent. Very much a skin scent. So I would put this on and then layer it with another like fresh scent. So, but this one is nice and it doesn't smell cheap. Like I don't like those scents that smell cheap, you know? So I like this one. And then I got this I got the scent Magnolia. This is what Magnolia looks like. And it has a top note of syringa and honeysuckle, heart notes of magnolia and tuberose, and then base notes of musk and iris. This one, oh, it smells so good. I like Magnolia better than I like the Blanc. The Blanc is nice. This one is, oh, this is so nice, and it's a warmer scent. Definitely still like worthy of daytime wear, but I would also wear this one at night. But I also feel like this is a scent that would pair well with another scent that had a similar scent to it. A lot of scent in that sentence. Because once again, the lasting power is not too great. It's about 4 hours. I feel like I can smell this one longer on my skin just because the intensity of the scent is a bit more than the Blanc. But I would say in general, you're getting about 4 hours of wear. But I think for $20, especially if you're like just getting into fragrances or you don't want anything too complex, like these are very, you know, very simple, very non-intimidating scents. Like they're not anything aggressive, anything that's gonna be so unique that you feel like you gotta like work your way into it. Like these are like, those are very easy and very approachable scents. So I think they're excellent scents to try out, and they had a good amount of them. Like I would say they had a good 6 or 7 very different types of scents. Those are just the 2 that I picked out. And then last but not least, guys, I know I'm exhausted and I'm still not done. The last scent that I picked up, because I was like, everyone that, and well, not everybody, but the videos I had watched, this scent kept coming up, whether people liked it or they didn't. But I was like, goodness, I keep hearing this scent come up, and I want to give it a try because I never tried it when it first came out. Reb'l Fleur by Rihanna. So this came out, I think, in 2011. So this is a hauntingly beautiful fruity floral fragrance for women. It was launched in 2010 by Rihanna. And so this sweet scent strolls through a medley of notes to soothe your soul and leave you feeling femininely beautiful. Red berries and peach combine on the open, refreshing your mood and preparing you for the day ahead. The scent cascades into the heart of coconut and violet before landing on a base of vanilla that caresses your pulse points and a captivating bliss. And guys, when I smell this, I'm like, ooh, this is mature. This is like grown woman type of stuff. And this is definitely not a scent that, this is definitely not a scent for like the lighthearted, in the sense of, like the description of this scent is spot on. It is dark, it is sultry. It is one that if like you are wearing this and you walk by and like you walk by someone, they will go, like they're gonna follow you. And I will admit, off of first smell, I was like, ooh, can I wear this? Like, do I have enough of this? Enough of to wear this? Most definitely date night, evening type of scent for me. So I mean, I'm glad I got this one. I was like, I know it's an oldie, it's nothing new out here, but like, I had to try it for myself. So many people were talking about it, so I had to try it. So guys, after about a good hour, we are done. But we're not done with all the scents that I have purchased. Like I said, I think I said this in the beginning, I have a good 3 or 4 more scents coming, and then I brought a discovery pack from Hindley, so I should be getting that next week. So I cannot wait to try those. Oh, I might do a dedicated video on that one. I might also do one on Olfactory NYC. It just depends on how much I like them. But you guys let me know down below what your very favorite niche fragrances are. Give me the brands if you love just the whole brand in general, or give me the specific scents. Designer scents, I want to hear them too, but like I just have an interest for unique scents. Like I want something different. I don't want to smell like everybody else. And I want to be taken on a scent journey. Like, that's just kind of where I'm at now. So leave me your favorites, whether they be niche or not. And let me know if you like this style of video, if you like these types of videos, if you want to see more of them from me. Leave it down all in the comment section below. And if you've made it to this point in the video, you have yet to subscribe to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing and joining the Glam Girl Squad. And guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.